Konnichiwa, I'm Queen Kongsan, and I'm back for your weekend reading a little bit early. I have some things that I have to take care of tomorrow, so I'm going to go ahead and get this done on Thursday while I still have some time. Please remember that time is fluid, so this might be something that you've already dealt with, are currently dealing with, or will be dealing with in the future. And also that tarot is for entertainment purposes only and should not trump any kind of professional or medical diagnosis or diagnoses that you've received. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put a picture up of, as always, right, of our three piles so that you can intuitively kind of look at them while I show you each item one by one. I'm definitely feeling this kind of like fun energy currently, and I really miss my nephew. Shout out to the boys. So I thought I would do my little like Lego type pieces. So for group one, you are Charmander. I can't remember what these things are called, but it took me forever to make him. And his tail may come off at some point during the reading, but group one, this is you, okay? Charmander. Group two, you're this adorable little daisy that my nephew made for me, or one of the flowers my nephew made for me. Okay. If this speaks to you, this is group two. And lastly, group three, you are, he's a little dusty, but the dragon with wings that move. Like 5 again. It's great. Okay. I think it's a Ninjago or something. All right, so those are your three groups. I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple seconds to kind of think about which one speaks to you, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so group one, if you chose Charmander, this is you. Okay, let me just move these up so that we are good. All right, so I kind of changed things up a little bit just because the weekend reading is technically for the 17th through the 19th. It's a very short amount of time. So I just went ahead and pulled 3 Muse cards for you and 1 Oracle just to kind of give you an overall general focus. Okay. All right, so your first card is the 6 of Emotions or the 6 of Cups. This is water energy. Your second card is the Muse of Inspiration or the King of, I can't words today, of Wands. So fire energy, right? Clearly fire energy. Your last Muse card is 10 of Inspiration. So this is also fire energy. Okay, 10 of Wands. And your Oracle card is 49 breaking down to a 4, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Observer. I love how this looks. Little fox, eyeing out the moon that's sleeping. Okay, so surprisingly, I'm not really getting too much of that. I mean, you have more fire energy this weekend with 2 fire cards, but I'm getting a sense that you are reminiscing a little bit. Now, you'll notice the cute little child right in the middle. Whenever we reminisce, there's 2 ways that we can do it, right? We can look upon the past as a burden, or we can take what lessons we've learned and try to move forward, right? You change the story accordingly. So this card is kind of saying this weekend, if you are kind of reminiscing about the past a little bit, try to put a positive spin on it if you can. You know what I mean? Like, yes, that breakup happened, or this horrible thing happened, or someone died, but what can we be grateful for and kind of hold that space of positive energy moving forward, right? So that's why it's kind of like in this like lens too, right? So whatever lens you put it in is what's going to amplify. Okay. From the King of Wands, all that I'm getting is that, you know, you got a lot of fiery, like go get it kind of like energy. But there's going to be a lot of work that you're going to be doing. So remember that while you're working, right, there's all of these little moves that are helping her bring up the ipu, or, the container, whatever, up the hill with her. You'll notice that she's not like freaking out, right? She's just like smiling, kind of taking it in. Remember to ask for help this weekend if there's anything that you are struggling with. I don't get like a freaked out energy by this, just that there might kind of be a lot on your plate this weekend. So instead of trying to take it all on yourself, okay, I'm notorious for doing that too. Make sure that you ask for help when you can. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and read your oracle card for this week, for this weekend. So 49 breaking down to a 4, that is observer. Keywords are perceptive, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Okay, most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they become to believe that those are the only reality. There are times when you need to distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you need and will indeed find. Okay, so that is your weekend message for group 1. Hopefully it resonated with you. If it didn't, come back. I will try to get the weekend, or not weekend, week ahead reading done Sunday so that you guys have access to that early. But yeah, I hope this resonated with you. If not, I apologize. Hopefully the next one will, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace. All right, group 2. Let's get ready for y'all. So let me move Charmander out of the way. Group 2, if you chose this is like my favorite. I also have a tulip version that's at work, but if you chose the cute little Lego Daisy, okay, this is for you. So I kind of changed things up a little bit. I went ahead and chose 3 Muse cards for you, 1 Oracle card, just because it's only for the 17th through the 19th, so it's kind of a shorter reading, okay? So let's see what cards we got. The Knight of Voices or the Knight of Swords. Okay, that is air energy. We also have the Page of Swords and the Four of Voices, or the Four of Swords. Okay. So automatically, because we have 3 cards that are sword energy, you are definitely in your head. You're doing a lot of processing. You're doing a lot of intellectual, like cognitive thinking. Okay, just straight off the bat. You have all that glitters, 16 breaking down to a 7. It's kind of uneven energy, but anyway. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. I love your cards, first of all. Like, this deck is just beautiful, right? Like, we have literally the whole rainbow right in front of me, which, thank you, group 2. So we have swiftly moving energy with the Knight of Swords. This might be ideas coming, rushing in. It might be like just knocking through a lot of work. Oh, like an aha moment, like, and then just attacking whatever project you're working on, okay? It is very swift, cognitive energy. Okay, so and then that's further amplified with the Page of Voices. So you'll notice that around her head, it's kind of like all of these people are just kind of swirling. Okay, so there's a lot of thoughts and like things that she is processing. Okay, I know I'm using she, but just, she, he, they. What really kind of stood out to me though is this person on the bottom that's kind of like just like throwing up like black spews of stuff. So this weekend, while you are processing and working through and powering through work, or processing old trauma or something, okay, like that's currently kind of what I'm doing. Whatever it is that you're cognitively doing, be sure that when you're talking to people this weekend that you especially if you're feeling like triggered, to really think about what you're going to say before you actually say it. Okay. It is possible that you might hurt someone's feelings this weekend just because you're a little bit too blunt. I'm also notorious for that. Okay. I'm just like, say it how it is. And then I'm like, oh no, their feelings. And then it's harder to retract, right? Versus trying to be thoughtful about what you say before it comes out of your mouth. Okay. Just a warning for some of you, not for all of you. Okay. But there's definitely a lot of work things I kind of get that you're processing, or maybe you're working through like trauma stuff like I am. Okay. But because there's a lot of cognitive energy this weekend, please make sure you make time for yourself. Okay. So I love that the cute little rose petals are like floating to her, and she's relaxed, and she's taking, she's taking source in very calmly. Make sure that you take time to relax and, regenerate your energy, because it is a lot that you're working through, is kind of what I'm getting. So make sure that you kind of, at the end of the day or whatever, like periodically, right, you kind of pause and take a breath and relax and carve out time for you, because really, like, you are the most important thing, right? So make sure that you honor that energy as well. All right, so your oracle card for this weekend is All That Glitters. So 16 breaking down to a 7. Keywords are a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress up something to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. It's only humans who want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? Okay. What kind of stood out to me for that one is you'll notice that she's gripping both sides of her glasses, and they're kind of like magnified, like she's looking at it very closely, right, while she has all of these like thoughts swirling around in her head. Really kind of, I'm getting kind of like really pay attention to the little details. And kind of like the cards that, like, I'm kind of going through that right now too. Like, my biggest thing is I'm an impulse purchaser, right? I'm like, ooh, I see it, I want it, right? I'm Ariana Grande, even though I do not have Ariana Grande money, which is where I run into issues, right? So really think about purchases and people and stuff. And I'm getting kind of like, really look at it for what it's worth instead of what just like the outside quality is kind of what I'm getting from your oracle card for this weekend. But yeah, anyway, that's it for you, group 2. Hopefully that resonated with you. If it did not, please check back on Sunday, as I will try to get the week ahead reading out to you guys on Sunday instead of Monday, so that you kind of have an idea of how your week might be. Okay, thank you very much. See y'all later. Peace. All right, group 3, this is for you. So if you chose the Ninjago dragon, I love that everything moves on this thing. Like even the little like feet move out, which is great. Anyway, not that I'm gonna throw the ninja star at you guys, but if you chose the Ninjago dragon, this is you, group 3. Okay. Because I'm doing a weekend reading, I narrowed it down to just 3 muse cards and 1 oracle card, just to kind of get it through a little bit faster. Also, we're only working through the 17th to the 19th, so it's a shorter amount of time. Okay, so your first card is the 9 of materials, or the 9 of pentacles. Okay, this is earth energy. We also have the Muse of Emotions or the King of Cups. Okay, this is water energy. And then we also have the Seven of Inspiration or the Seven of Wands. Okay, this is fire energy. And your oracle card for this weekend is New Life, 39, breaking down to 3, I believe. I can math sometimes. Okay, so here we'll go. So automatically with this 9 of materials, you'll notice whenever there's like big hands and all of that, right? That is source, life, God, the universe, Buddha, whoever, Allah, gracing you with just happiness. Okay, so it's a really like, obviously it's a very, very like joyful card. You'll notice that her dress is like one with the universe, right? It becomes her surroundings. Really the message that I'm getting from this is that you are fully supported. There are happy things coming, if not already happening right now. And it's not just because like, hey, like you look super cool. Here's some like cool stuff and like happy things, right? It's because you put the work in. So good job. I'm very proud of you. Obviously, Source is very proud of you, which is why all of these good things, if they haven't come yet, then they will be coming. Okay, so just make sure to keep on that path and continue to working towards whatever goals or traumas that you're working through. Okay, with the King of Cups, there is kind of a warning to like make sure that you're not like overly he can be kind of like a moody energy, right? Like I know I'm using pronouns very distinctly because it is a king that we're referring to, but we all have yin and yang aspects to ourselves, right? So just watch out for moodiness this weekend. It is possible that you're kind of in your emotional realm and working through stuff like I am currently. Okay, so be patient with yourself. You are the King of Cups or the, very strong water energy. So make sure that you don't fully like succumb to it. So kind of like watch your energy and your pacing as you're like working through stuff this weekend. And what really stood out to me in this card is, yes, she's blocking out all of the negativity, right? So there might be haters gonna hate, right? There might be haters trying to come in that you're keeping blocked out while you're working on your own self. But remember that you are, right, the star in your life. You are the most important. Remember to honor yourself and take time for yourself. Protecting your energy is really one of the most important things, right? I kind of get like boundaries from this too. So make sure that you honor yourself and all of the things that you need, because this is your one beautiful life, right? We want to protect our energy as often as we can with the boundaries that we make for ourselves and others. Okay. And then your new life. Oh, let's see if I can pull that up. All right. So it is 39 breaking down to a 3, if I'm not mistaken. So keywords for your weekend are birth of new ideas, growth opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. When spring awakens, the world, joy, and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms, burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. Yay! Okay, so definitely that 9 of materials or the 9 of pentacles energy. Okay, just because we also pulled the King of Cups, I'm going to just read the relationship message. This might actually apply to some of you, not all of you. Okay. New energy enters old relationships, and new friendships are bursting with the sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter goes away. or gives way to spring, excuse me. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign that respect to love and partners in all forms. Okay, hopefully that resonated with you guys. If not, I apologize, but that is it for you guys, group 3. Okay, if it didn't resonate with you, please come and check back on Sunday, as I will try to get the weekend reading out early so that you guys kind of see what your week ahead is going to be. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again soon.